The first kick catches her in the ribs. She doubles over, gasping, her torn jacket riding up to show purple bruises already blooming across her back. The second man grabs her hair and yanks her head up. You think you can just sleep wherever you want? His boot connects with her stomach. Think again. She tries to crawl away, but there's nowhere to go. The dumpster blocks one side, the brick wall of the gas station the other. Her fingers scrape against broken glass and cigarette, but as she pulls herself toward the corner, "Please." Her voice cracks. "I wasn't hurting nobody. You're hurting my business." The first man spits near her face. Customers see trash like you, and they drive on by. Across the road, 6 girls sit on the tailgate of a rusted pickup truck. They'd stopped for gas 20 minutes ago, but now they're frozen, watching the woman get beaten behind the Sinclair station. The youngest one, barely 16, has her hands balled into fists so tight her knuckles have gone white. "We gotta do something," she whispers. "Sure." The oldest girl, maybe 19, doesn't take her eyes off the scene. "Just watch." The woman tries to stand. The bigger man shoves her back down, and she hits the gravel hard. Blood trickles from her nose. "I got kids," she gasps. "Had kids. Where are they now?" The smaller man laughs. "Oh, that's right. They got tired of taking care of Mama." She curls into a ball as another kick lands. This one catches her shoulder, and she cries out, "Stop it." The youngest girl starts to slide off the tailgate, but a hand grabs her arm. "Maya, no. They're gonna kill her." "No, they ain't. They're just making a point." But Maya pulls free and takes a step toward the road. The other 5 girls exchange glances. They've been together for 8 months now, living in that old trailer behind the McCarthy place, taking care of each other when nobody else would. They know what it's like to be thrown away. The woman tries to crawl again. The men follow her, their boots scraping against the gravel. She's sobbing now, begging them to stop, promising she'll leave town. "You should have left before you made us dirty our hands," the bigger man says. He raises his boot again, and the woman covers her head with her arms. The girls can see her shaking from across the road. "That's enough." Maya's voice carries in the still air. The oldest girl, Sarah, feels something cold settle in her chest. She knows that tone. She's heard before, right before Maya did something that couldn't be undone. "Maya, look at her." Maya's pointing now. "Just look." The woman has given up trying to get away. She's just lying there, taking it, like she's used to the world hurting her, like she's forgotten she deserves better. "She could be any of us," Maya says. The other girls know it's true. They've all been there, backed into corners with nowhere to run. The difference is they found each other. This woman has nobody. The men are laughing now, making jokes about bums and welfare queens. The woman isn't fighting back anymore. She's just waiting for it to end. "We going or not?" Maya asks. Sarah looks at her girls. 5 faces staring back, all thinking the same thing. They've spent their whole lives watching people get hurt and doing nothing about it. Watching their mothers get hit, their sisters get used, their friends get broken down piece by piece. All right then. Sarah slides off the tailgate. "Let's go." Their boots hit the asphalt in perfect rhythm. 6 pairs of worn leather and canvas, moving like they've walked together their whole lives. Sarah leads, her jaw set hard. Maya's right behind her, followed by the twins and Cassie, then Beth bringing up the rear. The bigger man looks up first. He's got the woman's hair twisted in his fist, ready for another swing when he sees them coming. His partner follows his gaze and straightens up. "What the hell?" The smaller one wipes his hands on his jeans. "Look at this." "Keep walking, girls." The big man's voice carries across the road. "This ain't your business." But they don't stop. They don't even slow down. Their faces are stone, their eyes locked on the scene behind the station. The woman on the ground looks up through her swollen eye and sees them coming. I said, "Keep walking." The big man drops the woman's hair and takes a step forward. "You hear me?" Sarah reaches the edge of the gravel lot. The other girls spread out beside her, forming a line. Still nobody speaks. The only sound is their breathing and the woman's quiet sobs from the dirt. "You girls lost." The smaller man tries to smile, but his hands are shaking. "Gas station's closed." "No, it ain't." Maya's voice is flat. "Lights are on." "Well, store's closed. Move along." "We're not here for the store." Sarah steps onto the gravel. The others follow. 6 teenage girls walking straight toward 2 grown men who've got 50 pounds and 15 years on each of them. "Listen here." The big man puffs up his chest. "Y'all need to turn around right now before this gets ugly. Already looks pretty ugly to me." Beth's voice comes from the back. She's a quiet one usually, but not today. The men exchange glances. This isn't how these things go. People are supposed to look away. Keep driving, mind their own business. They're not supposed to walk toward trouble. "You girls don't know what you're messing with," the smaller man says. "This woman's been causing problems all over town." "What kind of problems?" Cassie asks. "Stealing, begging, making decent folks uncomfortable." "So you decided to beat her?" Sarah's 10 feet away now, close enough to see the blood on their knuckles. "We decided to run her out of town." The big man's voice is getting louder, like we should have done weeks ago. The woman tries to sit up. Her lip is split, and her nose is definitely broken. When she looks at the girls, there's something like hope in her eyes. "Please," she whispers, "don't let them." "Shut up." The big man raises his hand, but Sarah grabs his wrist. "Don't." Her voice is quiet, but it cuts through everything. "Don't touch her again." He tries to pull free, but Sarah's grip is iron. The other girls move closer, forming a circle around the woman. Maya kneels down and puts her hand on the woman's shoulder. "What's your name?" she asks. "Linda." The woman's voice is barely audible. "Linda Hayes." "Well, Linda Hayes," Maya says, helping her sit up, "you're coming with us." The big man finally jerks his hand free from Sarah's grip. "Like hell she is." "Watch us." Maya and Sarah get Linda under the arms while the twins clear a path to the truck. The big man tries to block them, but Beth steps between them, her small frame somehow taking up all the space in the world. "Move," she says. "You girls are making a big mistake." "Wouldn't be our first." Sarah helps Linda into the passenger seat. The woman winces as her ribs hit the vinyl but doesn't complain. The smaller man pulls out his phone. "I'm calling the sheriff." "You do that." Maya slams the truck door. "Tell him we said hey." They pile into bed of the pickup. 6 girls press together like they've done 100 times before. Sarah starts the engine and pulls away from the gas station, leaving the 2 men standing in the gravel lot with their bloody knuckles and their wounded pride. The drive to the trailer takes 15 minutes down a dirt road that winds through dead cornfields and abandoned farmhouses. Linda sits quiet in the cab, holding a torn piece of her jacket against her bleeding nose. Every bump in the road makes her gasp. "Almost there," Sarah says. "Where's there?" "Home." The trailer sits behind the old McCarthy place, hidden by a stand of oak trees and 20 years of overgrown bramble. It's a single wide from the 70s, white with green trim, sitting on concrete blocks. Someone painted flowers on a mailbox a long time ago, but the colors have faded to ghosts. Sarah parks under the trees and cuts the engine. The girls hop down from the truck bed, and Maya opens a passenger door. "Can you walk?" she asks Linda. "I think so." They help her up the wooden steps to the front door. Inside, The trailer is clean but sparse. Thrift store furniture and hand-me-down everything. The living room doubles as a bedroom for the twins. Their sleeping bags rolled up neat in the corner. Sit here. Maya guides Linda to the couch. Beth, get the first aid kit. We got a first aid kit? Cassie asks. Under the bathroom sink, behind the bleach. Linda looks around the trailer while the girls gather supplies. Mismatched plates in the dish rack. Homework papers spread across the kitchen table. A calendar on the wall with nothing marked except paydays and food stamp dates. How many of y'all live here? She asks. All of us. Sarah comes back with a bowl of warm water and a clean towel. Going on 8 months now. Your families know where you are? Our families are why we're here. Maya dips the towel in the water and starts cleaning the blood from Linda's face. The woman flinches, but holds still. I had daughters once, Linda whispers. 2 of them. The trailer goes quiet except for the sound of water dripping back into the bowl. Where are they now? Beth asks. Foster care. State took them when I lost my job. Said I couldn't provide a stable home. Linda's voice breaks. That was 3 years ago. Sarah sits down on the coffee table, facing the couch. How old were they? 8 and 10. Emma and Katie. Linda touches her split lip. They probably don't even remember me now. They remember. Maya cleans around Linda's swollen eye with gentle fingers. Kids don't forget their mothers. Even when their mothers are living in cars and begging for change, especially then. Cassie brings ice wrapped in a dish towel and hands it to Linda. Here, for your face. Linda holds the ice against her cheek and looks at each girl in turn. 6 teenagers who should be worrying about prom dates and algebra tests, taking care of a broken woman they found behind a gas station. Why'd you help me? She asks. Because nobody helped us, Sarah says. And we know how that feels. Outside, the wind picks up and rattles the trailer windows. Inside, 7 women sit together in the lamplight, bound by something deeper than blood. The knock comes at sunrise. 3 sharp raps that shake the trailer door and wake everyone inside. Sarah rolls off the couch where she's been sleeping and peers through the blinds. 2 sheriff's deputies stand on the wooden steps, their hands resting on their gun belts. Sheriff's department. One of them calls out, "Open up." The girls gather in the living room. Linda sits up on the couch, her face still swollen from yesterday's beating. The ice has helped, but her left eye is sealed shut and her lip looks like raw meat. What do you want? Sarah calls through the door. We're looking for a vagrant who was causing trouble downtown yesterday. We have reason to believe she's here. Maya moves to the window and looks out. It's Deputy Collins and that new guy. What's his name? Rodriguez, Beth whispers. He's been asking questions about us all week. Sarah opens the door but keeps the chain latched. Through the gap, she can see Collins' badge and the sweat stains under his arms despite the cool morning air. Morning, Sarah. We need to speak with your house guest. Don't know what you're talking about. Cut the shit. We know she's in there. Collins pushes against the door, but the chain holds. Open up or we'll get a warrant. You got probable cause for a warrant? We got witness statements about 6 girls interfering with a lawful citizen's arrest yesterday evening. Sarah laughs. Lawful citizen's arrest? Is that what we're calling it? The other girls move behind her, forming a line in the doorway. Linda tries to stand, but Maya puts a hand on her shoulder. Stay put, Maya says. Rodriguez steps forward. He's younger than Collins, maybe 30, with kind eyes that don't match his uniform. Look, nobody wants trouble here. We just need to ask the woman some questions. What kind of questions? Cassie asks. About the disturbance she caused at Miller's gas station. You mean the disturbance where 2 grown men beat the shit out of her for sleeping behind a dumpster? Sarah's voice is getting louder. That's not how the report reads. Collins says. Report says she was aggressive and threatening customers. Report's a lie. Report's official. Now step aside. Linda stands up slowly, holding her ribs. It's okay. I'll go with them. No. Maya's voice cuts through everything. She's the youngest, but right now she sounds older than all of them. You're not going anywhere. Collins tries to see past Sarah into the trailer. Girl, you're interfering with police business. And you're covering up assault, Maya says. So, I guess we're both having a bad day. Maya. Sarah's voice carries a warning, but Maya doesn't back down. They beat her like a dog and left her bleeding in the dirt. Now you want to arrest her for it. Maya steps forward until she's nose to nose with the chain. Over my dead body. The trailer goes quiet. Even the birds stop singing. Collins' hand moves to his radio. You threatening an officer? I'm protecting family. She ain't your family, girl. She's a vagrant and a public nuisance. Maya looks back at Linda, then at her sisters, then at the badges gleaming in the morning sun. When she speaks, her voice is steady and sure. Maybe she wasn't our family yesterday, but she is now. And family don't let family get taken. She turns to Linda. You're ours now. All of us. And we don't give up what's ours. Collins reaches for his cuffs. That's it. Y'all are under arrest. Collins pushes against the door, and the chain snaps. He stumbles forward into the trailer, with Rodriguez right behind him. Sarah doesn't back down. She plants her feet and shoves Collins hard in the chest. Get out. You're assaulting an officer. Collins reaches for his radio, but Maya grabs his wrist. No, we ain't. We're standing our ground. Rodriguez moves toward Linda, but the twins block his path. They're small, but they're quick, and they've learned how to fight from years of protecting each other. When Rodriguez tries to push past them, Cassie grabs his arm and Beth kicks his shin. Jesus Christ. Rodriguez stumbles backward. Control your girls. They ain't mine to control, Sarah says. They make their own choices. Collins pulls out his handcuffs, but Sarah kicks them out his hands. They slide across the linoleum floor, and Maya picks them up. Looking for these? Give those back right now. Come and take them. Collins lunges for Maya, but she tosses the cuffs to Beth, who tosses them to Cassie, who throws them out the open door into the dirt. Collins turns red and reaches for his gun. Don't. Rodriguez puts a hand on his partner's arm. Just don't. They're resisting arrest. Look around, Collins. Really look. 7 women stand together in the small trailer. Linda in the middle, her face battered but her chin up. The girls surrounding her like a wall, their eyes bright with something dangerous and new. They're not scared anymore. They're not backing down. This isn't worth it, Rodriguez says quietly. Let's go. Like hell. Look at them. Really look. You see 6 teenage girls and a vagrant. I see 7 people who got nothing left to lose. Rodriguez holsters his weapon. That makes them more dangerous than we are. Collins stares at the women for a long moment. Maya holds his gaze without blinking. Finally, he spits on the floor and storms out of the trailer. Rodriguez follows, pausing at the door. Y'all be careful, he says. Collins won't forget this. Neither will we, Sarah replies. The deputies drive away in a cloud of dust and gravel. The women watch from the window until the car disappears down the dirt road. Then they sit together on the couch and floor, breathing hard, their hearts still racing. That was stupid, Linda says. Y'all could have been arrested. We've been arrested before, Maya says. Didn't stick then either. The sun sets through the trailer windows, painting everything gold. 7 women who were strangers yesterday now bound together by choice and consequence. Linda reaches out and takes Maya's hand, then Sarah's, until they're all connected in a circle. I used to have daughters, Linda says. Now I got 6 more. 7, Sarah corrects. You got 7. Outside, the wind picks up and whispers through the oak trees. Inside, 7 strong women sit together in the fading light, forever changed by what they've chosen to become.